The European Social Fund is a specially designated fund that helps to address and reduce barriers to learning and employment for the most disadvantaged members of our community. The ESF targets young people and adults, both employed and unemployed, improving job prospects through training, advice and guidance. To get a better insight into the value of the European Social Fund, we followed the changing lives of 5 people during their time on ESF-funded courses. Anthony comes from a low-income background and had difficulties integrating into formal education. He began a 2-year foundation course at the Greenwich Musical Theatre Academy when he was 16 years old and is now only 8 months away from the end of his course.
We're training to be musical theatre professionals. We get trained in everything: acting, singing and dancing. This is the start.
The course is helpful to the young people that we work with because we're not an education provider, we're not a school or a college, we're a theatre. And the course is industry-led, and that's hugely important for us because we're theatre professionals running education training.
With my last school I was with, I wasn't very academic, and I didn't get very good GCSE results. So something like this was great for me because I really didn't know what I was going to do. With this course it's completely free, so people who maybe can't afford to pay thousands of pounds to go to professional drama schools know that there is something out there that's going to benefit them and can really push them.
Without ESF funded, I'm convinced that there'd be a huge amount of young people and minority groups that are not in education, not in employment, not in training, and are on the dole. And it has an incredibly positive impact on all of our learners' lives.
I love it. I mean, when I first started, I was really shy. I wouldn't say, I don't think I spoke to any of the other students for a week. I know that in 6 months I'm going to be really pushed so I can be pulled up to the standards that the West End needs, because I know I'm not there yet.
Janice was referred to Learning Curves Croydon through attending a basic skills course. She struggled with reading and writing all her life and was only recently diagnosed with dyslexia. Her confidence has suffered, but she's eager to find full-time employment.
My last job was in Morley's Locum Agency, and I was there nearly 8 years. Then I got made redundant about 2.5 years ago, and I've done bits of voluntary work, and I've got a little cleaning job at the moment.
The course is designed to help people above the age of 16 who are long-term unemployed, people who are over 50 specifically, as well as ethnic minorities and disabled people, people who have mental health problems and learning problems as well.
I think it's hard because you don't, well, I don't go around saying, oh, I can do this, I can do that. I'm not very confident. I don't know how to really put myself across for interviews.
The ESF funding has allowed us to develop our course and made it into an accredited course, so they will actually finish the course and receive a certificate. And you can imagine for some of our clients, especially Janice, they can put that onto their CV and it gives them that boost. They feel that employers will actually recognise the work that they have been doing.
This is the hardest step for me to go forward because I just seem like I'm at the end of the road and I'm finding it hard to get across to the other side.
36-year-old Priyansa came to London 10 years ago after finishing an MSc degree in International Economics in Sri Lanka. He recently started an IT course at the Acton Training Centre after being unemployed for 2.5 months.
Doing this course for 6 months. I just started November and I'm going to finish it in April.
Priyansa is on an ESF-funded course, and he is doing an ECDL, that is a European Computer Driving Licence. It's an IT user-based qualification based on Microsoft Office application. So it will give him a very strong advantage in the labour market because it's a recognised international qualification.
Those numbers can be converted into pictures. Yes, Priyanka? Yes. So what we can do is, when we say converting numbers
With his wife in full-time employment as a psychologist near their home in Oxon, Priyantha has been looking after their 2 small children while on the training course in Acton.
He's been unemployed or only able to find the lowest paid work here, which doesn't necessarily represent his skills and the opportunities he has.
The current job I'm doing is like a film processing company. Actually, I'm working in IT department, and it's e-photos and web editing and DVD and CD burning.
From West London to Wood Green. Meet Emma, a 17-year-old North Londoner who found out she was pregnant while studying to become a hairdresser.
I started a Young Mums to Be course when I was 16 weeks. I had like no belly then or anything, just flat. And I'm 25 weeks now. It's his 6 months. And I'm feeling great.
The Young Mums to Be course is specifically designed to help those who find themselves at school, they're pregnant and they've got nowhere else to go. So this course provides a safe, non-judgmental environment for them to attend, where they can continue with their education and look forward to the future.
The course has shown me a lot how to cope with things like taking care of the baby and wanting to work or go into education at the same time. I can still continue with the key skills in the meantime so that I build on qualifications to go on to higher levels.
Through the LSC, our ESF funding has enabled us now to be able to do different activities which we weren't able to do prior to the ESF funding because of restraints. We do theatre, we do swimming, lots of activities.
What do you think you need, Emma, for your child?
The most important is a safe place. Being on the Young Mums to Be course gives me a wider view of being pregnant and what it involves.
Three months since our last visit, Anthony is deep in rehearsal for the upcoming performance of stage musical Pippin during his 2nd year of a foundation course at the Greenwich Musical Theatre Academy.
One of the things now that I'm a bit worried about is because I'm leaving the comfort zone of the academy and I'm going out, it's my next step to the big world, and I'm kind of a bit worried that I've got no one to hold my hand.
Intrigue plots to bring disaster.
Humour handled by a master. I've just been auditioning to go on to further education, so the whole academy has just had a big audition for Guildford School of Acting. It went really well. Hopefully now, if I get into Guildford, that's going to be the big stepping stone into show business, because I've kind of been thinking, how do I do it? How do I go about it? And now there's kind of a light at the end of the tunnel now, and I know what I've got to do.
Due to recent health problems, Janice has had to stop her 2 part-time cleaning jobs and is having difficulties adjusting. As well as her confidence choice and career change course, she continues with her weekly dyslexia class.
It's my first day back after about 3 weeks because I've not been well. I want to get on the right track again and doing the things that I was doing before, and hopefully go for interviews and get a job, because that's my aim. If you've got confidence, you know, you can do things. I think when you're at home, you do lose your confidence.
In Acton, Priyantha has had a change of plans. Due to an unexpected family situation, his wife has had to return to Sri Lanka for the short term, leaving him the prime breadwinner and carer for their 2 children. This means he has had to exchange his full-time training programme for full-time work at the film processing company.
At the moment I'm working more than 40-50 hours a week, which is quite a big hours, and I wanted to recontinue the course as soon as I have a more flexible time from my work.
The fact that he's now taken employment doesn't mean that the funding and the programme with him is finished. It actually means that he is able to access the programme until the funding finishes, any time within the next 12 months.